this one right here, this goes out to my self-admitters, the ones that self-admitting themselves in the game culture. Go on and self-admit that you setting yourself up for failure, and that's facts.
This is an OG call. I'm keeping it. OG.
What's up, Jordan Downs? You already know the deal, man. Y'all tuned in to Grape Street TV, and today we're gonna jump into a PSA. It's not a reaction. We're gonna make it make sense for the self-admitters. So if you ain't hit that like or that subscribe button yet, that's what you need to be doing. But if not, y'all already know the deal with me, man. I'm gonna bust y'all across y'all head with some knowledge every time, man, straight up. And make sure y'all hit that bell for all notifications. So when you drop these reactions right here, they pop up on your timeline like the chicken pox. Boop, 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 boop. Y'all already know the deal with me, man. Listen, tap in. Now that I got y'all attention, we finna break this PSA down to the very last compound. So, like I was saying, this goes out to the self-admitters, like the ones that ain't knowing, that's like ghosts to the streets, and they really don't have no name, and they flying under the radar. A lot of folks don't even know that flying under the radar is a good look.
This
Nobody
is an
wants to
OG
be
call.
at the
I'm
forefront
keeping it.
of some game type of stuff, and that's facts. What I noticed, I see a lot of folks on here like we don't know them, we ain't ran into them in the jail system, and probably barely ran into them on the streets, but they trying to hold a big name and build a name off the internet. You know, the feds is watching, and that's facts. So while you out here self-admitting as being in the game, when you commit those crimes out there, they gonna take that gang enhancement to your case. Like it's not a game. It's a tricky game. Don't get put in the trick bag. Like it's not that serious to get on the internet and try to build you up a name in the gang culture. It don't make any sense at all. So for the ones that's flying under the radar and ain't out here self-admitting and putting themselves in that type of category, I salute y'all. I salute the real. It's a lot of folks that don't like dealing with cameras. It's a lot of folks that don't like being on the internet. If I didn't grow up young, like ahead of my time, and I had more time to think, and we had different OGs from back in the days, they only showed us what they knew and showed us what was right about the culture. So we gained our name off in the streets, running around, terrorizing, going to juvenile hall, going to camp, going to YA, going to prison. Ain't nothing good about that, man. You can't get no gun license with a felony. I also know real ones that has never been incarcerated. They stay away from it. They stay in their lane, and their reputation speaks for itself. Just by growing up in the community and being around, people gonna respect you for how you move. And if people see that you're not one of those type of dudes that was out there, you know, with all the functions, doing all the activities, and you try to build yourself a name, it's not gonna work. You're gonna have people that's gonna speak on it. Like I was speaking in one of my last reactions, like a lot of people popped out after everybody went to jail or got knocked down or changed their life. Now you got the people, you know, that's barely jumping off the porch in their own little way. Like they been involved, but they didn't fully jump off the porch to really participate. You know, those was the players, the hustlers, the laid back dudes, the sports dudes. It was cool to be that back then, but back in the days, a lot of people didn't think it was cool to be looked at as a regular type of dude. So people made names for themselves. You was either a real one or a mark. In my days, there wasn't no in between. You was either real or you wasn't. And that's facts. But self-admitting is a no-go. Like that, leave that for the folks that want to be looked at as somebody. Leave that for the folks that got a lot of explaining to do. Leave that for the folks that gotta live two lives. They gotta live a different life on the internet and they live another life on the streets. And that's facts. Folks out here really self-admitting and try to look treacherous and pull their blickies out all on the camera. They want to make you believe that they doing the things that these rappers are rapping about. They trying to make it make sense to you, but you can't make something that don't make sense make sense. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's like it's a tricky game out here, man. It ain't too many people that's gonna sit up and tell you the real and tell you it's not cool to be known as somebody treacherous from the streets. You might have to protect your family one day. You might have to protect your kids. And you got this jacket on you that you probably get caught in a regular neutral combat and turn into a GBI, great bodily injury, with the gang enhancement. Now you're looking at 13, 14, 15 years. If you're going to do all that on the internet, you might as well build your own reputation up and do the footwork on the streets. But it's not worth it. All you're going to do is end up in prison, knocked down in a wheelchair, or marked out. Because that's all that come with this. And that's facts. Let's make it make sense. So with all that being said, this PSA has officially came to an end. If you ain't hit that like or that subscribe button yet, that's what you need to be doing. But if not, y'all already know the deal with me, man. I'm gonna bust y'all across y'all head with some knowledge every time, man, straight up. And make sure y'all hit that bell for all notifications. So when I drop these PSAs right here, they pop up on your timeline like the chicken pox. Poop, 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 poop. Y'all already know the deal with me, man. Listen, tap in.